we'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Murray. That one is swing complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Murray. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story all night.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Murray now on first down. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against. Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Being chased out left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Play action, now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Niners at 9-5 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And Lance now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Scotty Miller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So that penalty on the offense, and the fumble recovery will stand. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now a play fake. Lance on the move to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands.
Down, 45, white. Okay, check, let's go.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another run now for Nwangu. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. On 2nd and very short, Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Rolling to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. A final shot before half from Murray. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So, all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gardner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to speed things up here. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cardinals are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong. And it's hard to get back that good feeling.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 7 from the 20. To throw, it's Murray. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin, finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in the dock.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. McCaffrey on the counter, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now Murray. And that's complete to Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Murray. They'll roll. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's got Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Down. Yellow. 22. Ready, go.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores it. So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And it's meticulous.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And what an awful time to cough up the football here in OT.
And all coaches talk about, they preach it like crazy, minimizing mistakes, taking care of the football. In this case, that didn't happen, and now they put themselves in position to lose the game.
Yeah, field goal wins it. That's all they need. Lance with a first throw in overtime. Buying time to his left. Going for it all. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. McCaffrey, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree.